we physicists have held up for 100 years, beginning around 1916, for this photograph. It is a nearby black hole, which might just be one of the most charming and puzzling characteristics in the universe. They are tremendous beasts concerning gravity, but, simultaneously, for all intents and purposes intangible to us, a black hole weighing perhaps 2 to 4 million times the mass of the Sun. Anyway, considering the investigation that was placed into them over the last 20 or 30 years, we've gone from knowing, in a real sense, nothing about them to figuring out progressively more. Things have recently gotten more interesting. Maya recently detailed that we finally got a look at what's inside a black hole, and this new information sheds light on nuances the world of science could have missed from the beginning. Join us as we dig deeper into black holes and reveal what's inside. Space is tremendous and dreadful. What are black holes? Before we get into the nuances of what was recently discovered, we have to talk about the basics. Although the vast majority of us have some idea of what black holes are, there are still a few gaps in understanding. In 1916, Albert Einstein published his theory of general relativity, which predicted the existence of black holes. Around that time, the idea of black holes was totally theoretical. It required an extra 50 years for researchers to find evidence that black holes, in fact, exist. This happened during the 1960s when scientists studying the star X1, a magnificent body, observed an oddly bright blue star emitting X-rays. This star was not a lifeless object but was orbiting a giant, black something. Upon further assessment, it was observed that the X-rays weren't simply moving around on their own. They were being sucked into the black object they were orbiting. Thus, the name black hole. This discovery was enormous since it provided proof that black holes truly exist and weren't just an invention of Einstein's imagination. While that was incredible, it also meant there was this fascinating substance in space that we urgently needed to learn more about. Scientists worldwide got to work. This black hole was named Cygnus X1, located in the constellation Cygnus, about 6,000 light-years from Earth. It was no small discovery. It's many times brighter than the Sun and, of course, incredibly dense, which gives it a strong gravitational pull. The gravitational pull is so strong that not even light can escape it. For this reason, it is known as a black hole. The concept of a black hole is both charming and startling. It is a region of space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. Anything that gets too close to a black hole will be pulled into it, gone forever. However, that danger makes it even more important to learn everything about them. Was this discovery the end, or just the beginning? The answer turned out to be the latter. After the discovery of Cygnus X1, scientists began searching for other black holes. They found that there may be almost 100 million black holes in the Milky Way alone. However, since they are so incredibly difficult to identify, we still don't have an exact number. Apparently, there are a few million black holes in the Milky Way galaxy, which makes them even more important to study. Let's break it down. The main thing with black holes is always going to be gravity. Their gravitational pull is so extraordinary that anything entering it gets crushed down immensely until it becomes a singularity. In simpler terms, black holes are like massive vacuum cleaners that suck everything in. One of the scariest parts about studying black holes is the fact that if someone were to fall into one, they would reach a point where they become a singular line. This process would occur slowly, and the individual would die before the true breakdown of reality occurs. So, let's just say that no one should step into one. But they're all over, so could we be in danger? Despite the fact that the closest black hole to Earth is nearly 500 light-years away, it's still close enough to raise concerns. In 2021, researchers produced the first clear photograph of a black hole, the M87 black hole. This black hole was captured over several nights, and with every photograph, researchers gathered more evidence. They had to line up the individual photographs to fill in gaps. In doing so, they confirmed that black holes have 3 layers. It's not just one single expanding hole of nothingness, as many people believe. To even get to the nothingness part of a black hole, you have to survive the first 2 layers. The first layer is known as the event horizon. This is the final boundary. Once you pass it, moving forward is your only real option, and you will be sucked into the black hole. The second layer is the photon sphere, where light orbits the black hole. Any light entering this region will be captured and cannot escape due to the black hole's gravitational force. Finally, there's the singularity. This is where everything entering the black hole is compressed down astronomically into a singularity, a point in spacetime where the laws of physics break down.